Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Chemistry with Kismet Tarot. I am Monica, the Kismet Chemist, and in today's reading, we are going to find out what makes you, you. So we have 3 piles to choose from, and we're choosing based off of bracelets. So pile 1, and I'll move this up, is Peach Moonstone. Pile 2 is a rhodonite with a matte black onyx and pink zebra jasper. And pile 3 is Peach Moonstone with Amazonite. So take some time, look over the piles, and select intuitively, and I will see you at your pile. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the Peach Moonstone bracelet, this is what makes you, you. So as I was preparing for your pile, I just closed my eyes briefly and I saw this bright burst of golden yellow as though the sun had just come out, and it was coming out after a period of just utter darkness. And that tells me that you are like the sun for the people in your life. You shine so brightly, and it's like your smile and your laugh could just light up the world, could bring so much joy and beauty and brilliance to the world. And I get this sense that you're a deeply emotional person, but you choose to be the bright point. You have all of these different qualities, and I almost feel like you sell yourself short a lot of the time. You know, kind of like, nah, Monica, that's not me. But it is. It is. And you just don't see it in yourself. You just don't see the absolute magnitude of your beauty yourself. The whole world stops when you walk in a room, and your laugh is, it's like this beautiful melody that plays through the heads over and over and over of anybody around you, because it makes them feel weightless, like I'm seeing an astronaut, you know, that joyful feeling of just floating into air. And that's what you do to other people. You take them from the mundane, and you make every moment mystical and magical and beautiful, and you shine that light, and you do that for everyone else. And I'm hearing Spirit say that you can do that for yourself too. You can absolutely do that for yourself. So let's get some more information here. We have the 9 of Pentacles, which is the card 33 with the omniscient God. The Queen of Cups, card 20, God the Redeemer. The 7 of Wands, card 29, and the expected God. and 8 of Swords, card 14, God, Protector, and Savior. Okay, so this is all of these cards say something about deliverance from enemies, serves against enemies, protection from enemies, identifies traitors and destroys their plan. You're someone who, from what I'm seeing here, you're someone who shines such a beautiful light that anybody with ill will or ill intent, not necessarily towards you, but just in the world in general, in your day-to-day life, it's like you make them pause and reconsider themselves. They see you and they want to change. They see you and they experience your energy, and they see that smile of yours, and you trigger something within them that makes them want to be a better person. And you don't do it maliciously, and you don't do it in a mean way. Like, you're so strong. You are so strong and so resilient, and you've clearly been through the ringer. But what I see here is you literally have learned how to pull yourself out of the depths. You've learned how to harness who you are without apologies, without needing to change anything about you. You've learned to heal and grow and change and help others. And you show that to them. Okay, this 8 of Swords, you've got a cherub and it's holding the head, almost like Medusa. It's like you hold up the mask of who other people are to themselves by being you, by shining your light, by bringing forth all of the joyful nature that you have within you. And when you do that, they see themselves as who they could be, but instead of making them feel insecure, it's like you trigger this strength within them. You trigger this strength within them that says, I'm going to be better for this person. And it isn't them just placating or saying platitudes. It's literally them saying, I'm going to be better because this person makes me want to be better. Not for them, but for me. And you trigger that within them. It's like you trigger their light instead of someone like me. I have a tendency to trigger other people's shadows. And I understand that and have accepted it. But you work in kind of an oppositional way. You make other people want to be better versions of themselves. I make people want to see their darker side so they can heal it. And in a way, it's the same thing, but it's like you shine a light. You shine this beautiful light. Okay, so we have gate 44, honesty and weakness acknowledged ignites gentle creativity. Heaven above and wind below. This is literally saying that when you're around somebody, you ignite them. Like, honesty in weakness, when it's acknowledged, it ignites your creativity. The challenge for this is who sits above, who sits below, and who rages against the view of those in a different level through malicious interference, sows fear and discord. See, you don't do anything malicious. What you have learned is that those who lead reach out to those who follow as equals. There's a purity of collaborative teamwork, and none reside above another, for all are valued for their own uniqueness. And the frequency that you operate on when you interact with other people, one of the frequencies that makes you you is when all instruments are tuned to their unique melody, a symphonic harmony of uniquely individual interconnection resonates through the world. It's just like I said about your laugh. It's so beautifully harmonious. Your laugh literally brings beauty into the world. It brings like its own melody, its own harmony. And then we have gate 29, and we had 29 up here as well. So 11, 44, 33, 2, 5, and 3, but it's 11, 44, and 33. Those may be repeating numbers for you a lot. 29 itself may be significant. Some of you may be turning 29 or may have just turned 29. You may be turning 29 during Leo season this year. Gate 29, it says remaining true through protection in danger. See this, and that's what I said. All of the angels that came forward are literally telling you, you are protected. You are delivered from enemies. Because of who you are, you have unlimited protection. The challenge for this gate is, why should I even bother if I'm only going to fail? Putting off to a forever tomorrow due to fear of commitment or failure. The lesson is, yesterday is gone, the past is over, let it go. Tomorrow is not here, it's being formed in all you are doing right now. Connect to yourself, commit to yourself, know your worth and commit to yourself. This is all about living fully from your heart. And that's something that I feel very strongly like you don't do that. Or you think that you don't do that. But you do. You genuinely do. You are a person who naturally lives from the heart. And you exude that. And because of that, you show people how to be true to themselves and how to connect to themselves and how to be them. And then we have gate 30. And it says clarity of purpose shining through, fire above and fire below. And you've got water above and water below. And these two are actually programming partners for each other towards the last decan of Leo and Aquarius. So this is deep wisdom energy that you carry within your energetic field. And this wisdom makes you who you are. And the challenge for this, it says, tempt me, tempt you. But does it come from a heart-centered desire or one of yielding to the world's temptations without substance? Desire lights a purification fire within our being, allowing them to burn through us without engaging. In its temptation, it brings an inner lightness from the weight of guilt from perceived wrongness. So this is about you taking your desires and turning them into purpose, turning them into clarity, turning them into what is right for you. It's about how everything that you do in the world is purposeful. Even the smallest things that you think aren't are. And I just saw 11:29 on my clock. 29 reduces to 11. So you guys are definitely leaders, founders. You shine, like you just shine so brightly. It's so beautiful, and I can see your aura, and it's just kind of like glinting gold. Like there's little starbursts that I'm being shown in the auric field, and it's so very unique. It's so very beautifully unique to you. We have Waking the Lion, and look, we still have Leo, and that's 19, which is a 10. And then the Uncharted Sea, which is 46, and also a 10. So a lot of one energy, like I said. A lot of one energy. So the Waking the Lion is what you trigger in other people, because you had to do that for yourself. And it can be kind of discombobulating, kind of like just, it can be a little shaky. The Uncharted Sea, it's like the boat just is rocking, okay? Because you make people, just by being you, by being how beautiful and brilliant you are, you make people feel like their whole world, their whole stability just got shaken up completely, and now all they want is to be you. And look how many starbursts we have here, just like I said in your aura. All right, we've got Mary and Miracles. What else? Look. And Spider Woman with co-creation. And then Iris with communication. So what this is saying really in closing is that your energy in and of itself communicates beauty and brilliance. It communicates this sense of we can be better people. We can shine a light. We can share our light. We can do this. We can live miracles in our lives, like live miraculous lives. We can co-create and weave the web of what we want to see in the world. And you have a way of communicating that. It's not just the words you say, but how you laugh, how you say it. Some of you, it's singing or dancing. I'm seeing somebody on a stage with a guitar, almost like American Idol. Is somebody thinking about trying out for American Idol? If you are, go for it. Do that. There's something about your voice, just your presence, your laugh, your smile, and it just exudes this divinity, this beautiful, beautiful divinity from every facet of who you are. You're like this absolute unique butterfly out in the world. And everything about you, from the little things like doing a little jig in the grocery store just because you have a tune stuck in your head, or joking around with somebody at the supermarket that you don't know, but they just seemed kind of down, so you wanted to joke around and bring a smile to their face. Helping someone out when they're taking their garbage out because you're out for a walk and you want to just be helpful. All those things are you literally triggering light within other people. A mere passing glance at you brings the world more light. Never discount who you are. Pile 1, you guys make me smile. You do. You make me smile. Your energy is so beautiful and so uplifting. I want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for letting me read your energy. It's so incredible, and it's this breath of fresh air that the whole world needs. So thank you so much. Thank you to your guides and my guides for facilitating the connection between us. And thank you so much to Spirit for bringing these messages forth and the images and clarity forth so that I could share this with Pile 1s. If this video resonated, please hit the like button. You can feel free to share it. Comment down in the description box, or in the comment box. I always say description box. Comment down in the I did it again. Comment down below the video in the comment section and let me know. Let me know what kind of things you do that you never realized made the world brighter, and now you see it. I would love to know. Please feel free to check out the description box for links to my books, to my program, Breaking Boundaries, Finding Freedom, with a 50% off discount code for you guys. And please feel free to check out my donation links if you feel so inclined. Pile 1. I want to just kind of sit in your energy. It's pretty amazing. Thank you so much again. Thank you. All right, Pile 1, this is all for you. Thank you again, and remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys all at my next reading. Mwah! I love you. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. If you chose the second bracelet, the rhodonite and black onyx with pink zebra jasper, this is what makes you, you. So first of all, what I picked up initially is this kind of hesitant sense, this hesitant energy. You're my introverts, but you are very protective. You're very, and it's not that you don't let anyone in. It's It's that you're very, very discerning. You tend to be a quiet person in the background. You like to watch, you like to observe, because you can read energy and body movement and tone of voice, and you are a highly sensitive person, an empath, clairsentient, but it's more than that. It's as though you can quite literally see into someone else's soul simply from looking at them. It doesn't even have to be eye contact. You just can look and see into their soul. You can see who they are, and because of that, you have learned to hold back with certain people. Some of you may have been very trusting as a child, or alternately, you may not have ever trusted anything or anyone as a child. These two extremes, and you may have been both extremes. These two extremes led to a withdrawing of your energy, pulling back into yourself. We have the King of Pentacles, 34 with the adored God. Oh, wow. Your cards are just like falling. The Queen of Pentacles, card 55 with the eternal God. The Nine of Cups, 68 with God, the kindest giver. Okay. And the Nine of Wands, card 51, God, the impenetrable secret. Okay, we're going to leave the back of the deck alone on this one. Okay. All right. These cards are significantly different than traditional tarot. Please stop eating my plant. Thank you. Sorry, Cleopatra was chewing on my tree. Because they are angel cards, I see so much with your pile that you see, that you know. You're natural born healers, and natural born healers can veer towards, again, it's the two extremes. You can veer towards being a fixer continually, like God the kindest giver. I keep hearing fixer. You could have been a fixer child. Hi, welcome to the club. So there could be that extreme. Alternately, you could have learned to be very scientific, very meticulous, very this is how it is, and this is how it is, and this is how it is. You have the King and Queen of Pentacles, but you also have the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wands, which means that everything that you have come to in life has been hard fought, sorely won kind of blessings. And it has built you into who you are. I'm looking at the angels more than the words on the cards. I'm looking at the angels, and I see this very firm, strong person, but then right afterwards is this very soft person. You may feel as though you have two different sides of who you are, and it makes you feel duplicitous. It makes you feel secretive, and you may actually feel a little bit of shame from that. But I'm here to tell you that you have nothing to be ashamed of. You have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. This is part of what makes you you. It's part of what makes you incredibly unique and incredibly gifted. This is part of how you connect to spirit. And I have the sense that some of you don't think that you do. At all. Are you scientists? I'm hearing a conversation I had with an engineer the other night, and he looked at me and he said, "I'm a man of science. Like, we will never see eye to eye on your belief system because I am a man of science. I need proof." Like, and I get that. I get that because I am very scientifically minded as well. And Spirit literally had to like beat me over the head with proof of the spiritual realm before I would allow myself to accept that it was more than just illusions. So we have these gates, these cards that I have created. These are inspirations or ways that you interact. In pile 1, it was what they were teaching other people, but for you, there's something more to it. And especially when I'm looking at this gate 54, the thunder above and the lake below. And if you even think about that situation, you know that when thunder rumbles over top of a lake, it creates a ripple effect. And that is what this does. It's the underestimated power of the ripple effect of action. So you are the kind of person that is guarded but loving. And you know that when you take directed action, when you make a move, when you take a step, you do it intentionally. You do it very intentionally. I just get this very stand-up energy. But you do this action that you take. For instance, okay, I just published my 3rd book, Something Spiritually Catchy. On the cover of the book, there's smoke rising. And then the words are coming up out of the smoke. And so I did that very intentionally. I chose that because of the signification of it to me and to the book. It is meant for something more than what the eye can see. It is done with an intention, with an emotion, with a thought process, all of which are aligned. And that is who you are. You're very, I don't want to say off-putting, and it's not a bad thing. It's like you make people check themselves at the door. They do not want to cross you, but it's not a fear, it's a respect. They have a high level of respect for you. A very high level of respect for you. So this gate 54 is in your root chakra. The challenge that it presents is money, fame, wealth, and over-reliance on me because of a defensive ego in spiritual lack creates a challenge in your life. But when desire meets purpose, greed transforms to aspirational passion to gain in order to give in service. This comes through nourishing the soul within first. So this is about rising up to live in an ascended state of being, completely and utterly ordinary. The funny thing is as I was preparing for this whole reading overall, I was thinking about the 8 of Rainbows in the Osho Zen Tarot deck, and it's the card of ordinariness. And it is one of my favorite cards. And that is what the gate 54 is really about, the gene key 54. It brings you back to this state of being ordinary. And realizing that we all have these pieces within us. We all have this ability to connect to something that we can't see. You make people see what it's like to have self-respect because you have it ingrained in your energy field. I have the sense that you had an incredibly difficult childhood, that you have sacrificed and struggled, and many of you may have been chronically ill or maybe chronically ill and still pushing through on a regular basis. You may not tell a lot of people that you are chronically ill because it's something that that what happens behind closed doors, but it's not a negative what happens behind closed doors. It's just a There's no pomp and circumstance. So we've got gate 61, which is wind above and lake below. So we've got a lot of lake below, and thunder and wind, like you guys are the calm in the storm, is what I just heard. And it says inner truth centered in the heart. The challenge is we're all mad here, which is from Alice in Wonderland. All the knowledge you contain in your head, it leads you directly into the psychosis of avoiding the truest experience of truly living. Embrace your psychosis fully, march to a new drum beat, and throw your full body into the motion of dancing in rendezvous with creative inspiration in your life. This is about sanctity. And sanctity is not simply a religious notion. It's about the temple within your being and the openness left for the connection and entrance of the divine fully into your being, words, and life. So this is about finding what your inner truth is and how you connect to the divine, and taking action towards that, and showing other people that it's okay to take action towards this. Again, the gate 61 it's one that strikes me so much because it feels so protected. You've got 2 divine masculine lines, 2 divine feminine lines, then 2 divine masculine lines. It's the sandwich of protection for the divine feminine. You know how to be the protector. You know how to be the soft one. But sometimes you may doubt that there is actually spirit in the world. I'm really surprised to have this energy come in on a tarot channel. I'm not going to lie. Like, genuinely, I'm curious to know. Please let me know in the comments below if you're my engineer friend. Because I'm curious to know if you came here to watch a video. Because that's the kind of energy that I'm picking up. Gate 55 is one that I can talk to you guys about all day long. This is my higher life purpose, according to the Gene Key theory. So gate 55 is thunder above and fire below. And you know, when you have thunder and fire, lightning has already struck. So it says inner clarity, blazing light, burning freedom brightly. This gate moves between Aquarius and Pisces. It moves between the 11th and the 12th house. It moves between our hopes and our dreams and our wishes and our community and collaborations into spirituality and the darkened, deepened recesses of everything that is. It moves from being in your head to being in your heart and in your emotions. And it is the gate where you transcend victimization. And I did say earlier that you guys were my pile that felt like you had a very difficult childhood. Something within your childhood, or multiple things within your childhood, felt incredibly difficult. And because of that, you guys have this energy that exudes of, I can fix anything. But you don't, it's not this crisis center anymore. It's, I know my worth, I know who I am, I know my strength, and I know people. And I will not allow for it to be this way. You guys are very boundaried in a very beautiful way. I want to, before I even get into my normal thank yous and gratitude, I do want to say thank you for allowing me to read your energy. Because this isn't an energy I would normally be able to read if it were not for you allowing it. You have very firm boundaries. And I am very impressed. Like, I feel like I have some stuff to learn from you. So let's take a look at your cards. We have in perfect harmony, the card number 11, and card 20, a merry motive. So this is the imperfect harmony is, again, that energy that I've been picking up continually that feels very, very much like everything it's not a control issue, it's a controlled energy. You know what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done. You know what works and what doesn't work. And it doesn't matter what society says about those things. It matters what you say about those things. And this 55 card, again, like I said, it's about transcending victim mentality, and you may have had a hard childhood. This is literally about freedom, like freedom. You are here to show people what true freedom looks like. And true freedom, it doesn't look like what we would normally think, because we would normally think that true freedom looks like frivolousness. We don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to do anything. No, true freedom is knowing the parameters of the world that you live in and living within those parameters while still being able to circumvent the rules and regulations that this world puts in place that aren't accurate. But you have figured that out. It's like you put a piece of the puzzle together in a way that nobody else could have guessed. And again, we've got 55 here and 55 here, and I just noticed that too. That's crazy. Yeah, and 9, 9, 9. 5s and 9s, which is change and endings and beginnings. Like, that's who you guys are. Revolutionary energy. A merry motive, in perfect harmony in combination with a merry motive, what that tells me about who you are is you're somebody who likes regulation. You are very Saturn. That's what it is. Are you Saturn dominant? Do you have Saturn in your first house? Saturn in your fourth house? In your fifth house? Do you have a fire Saturn? Because there's something about how you have disciplined and tempered your passion and your drive. And especially with the King of Pentacles here, with the adored God, and it literally says obedience. Do you have Saturn and Chiron conjunct in your natal chart? Saturn and Chiron conjunct. Check those placements out. They may be trining each other or treening each other, so it would be 120 degrees separation between the two. But I have the feeling it's one of those two energies. Oh, I apologize. I have been yawning a lot as I channel lately. Something with the energies. So we have here Ayin and adaptability, and she is a fae, but she's the card number 1, and then you have 11. And then we have 50, Yuzumi and humor, and again, it's the card 50, and we had 55. And on the back, we have Demeter with nurturer, and that is, again, the card 11. And I wasn't going to pull the back of the card, but a third one didn't pop out, so... Okay, again, so the humor card, it makes me think of my husband. In this sense, in the context of all of this, he likes to deflect. Anything that makes him uncomfortable, he deflects. But he admits that he deflects. He also doesn't allow anybody to give him any shit because he knows how to deflect that. Years in the military, plus, you know, having been raised the way that he was, he learned that. But he learned that in a way that helps nurture and love other people. So I get kind of some of that energy, but you've learned how to nurture yourself through humor. The humor and the merry motives feel very connected as well. You are just genuinely not a malicious person. You come off kind of hard. You come off kind of reserved. A little bit, you know, rough around the edges. Very introspective, very introverted, but you can be extroverted in the right situations. You need it's almost as if you need a intellectual trigger with certain people because you read people so well. You need an intellectual trigger in order to engage completely. But if it's somebody that you know well enough, you're just like, yeah, fuck it. Let's do this. So there's it's that two sides of the coin. Are you a Gemini? It's very much twin energy, like two different, or check and see where Castor and Pollux. See if Castor and Pollux, who they're two Bahenian stars, I believe they're Bahenian stars, but they are two of the primary stars, fixed stars. I apologize. Two of the fixed stars that you can find in a birth chart, and they are in the sign of Gemini. But there's something about that energy of there are two sides to you, but neither side is true to you completely without the other side. They work together in harmony. They just genuinely, they flow together beautifully. And it's not like dissociative identity disorder or anything like that. No, it's literally, you know when to be this person, you know when to be this person, you know when this is appropriate or when that is appropriate. And it will flex and change with whatever situation you're in. You are a go with the flow kind of person, but there's this energy of Saturn in there. So there's this disciplined, obedient energy to you. So you like to go with the flow, but you like to go with the flow in a controlled situation. It's just very, it's not prim and proper, because I feel like if you really wanted to, you could sit down and swear like a sailor and drink like a fish. I'm here. For some reason, I've got Kid Rock and Ba Wita Ba going through my head. That was fun. But it's kind of like, okay, oh, I get that. Okay, so Kid Rock, back when he first came out, you know, he was this, you know, kind of trashy persona of a rock star out of Detroit, and now he's a country singer. It is a night and day difference. Does that mean that he's not himself? No, he is both people. He can still sing rock music, but he can also sing country music. It's growth, it's expansion, it's embracing all aspects, and that is who you are. And when you genuinely are comfortable in a situation, you are so funny. You're so funny, and you are so loving and so nurturing, and you can flow and change if you need to within the right situation. It's your energy fascinates me. Your energy fascinates me because I feel as though your energy is so very similar to mine, and not a lot of people are able to pick this kind of energy up. I'm just very impressed, Pile 2. You are a very impressive person. Please don't sell yourself short. You genuinely are just a very impressive person. I could literally sit here and talk about who you are and how you are all day long. Like, what makes you you is just, there's so much. There's so much. And I want you to embrace that, because it is so beautiful and amazing and very impressive. So pile number 2, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for opening your energy up for me to read, to bring these messages forth. Thank you. Just thank you so much. I want to say thank you to your guides and my guides for helping facilitate this connection and bringing this energy to me. Thank you to Spirit for my gifts so that I could read this energy and really engage in it fully. Thank you so very much. If this video resonated, please hit the like button, share it, comment down in the comments below. Let me know. Like, just let me know. I want to know you. I think you are amazing. I think you guys are very amazing. So I would love to get to know you more. So please just leave me a comment down below and check the description box for links to my books, particularly Something Spiritually Catchy, which I mentioned before, and my program, Breaking Boundaries, Finding Freedom, which helps break you out of the masks. I genuinely, like, you can check it out if you want. I don't know that it would be right for this pile. Some of you maybe, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to, like, promote my own stuff if I feel like it's not going to help you. I think that you are, this pile in particular is just very, very impressive. Okay. There are links to donate down in the description box below, as well as links to book personal readings with me. I would love to do one for you. So please let me know. And I want to say thank you one more time. And I will leave you guys here. I will see you at my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this third bracelet, the Amazonite with the peach moonstone, this is all about who you are. As I was preparing for your pile and kind of touching into the energy, I gotta say, your energy is very Aries energy to me. In the sense of, like, you're kind of a go-getter, a quick starter. You want something and you want it now, but it's not an instant gratification kind of, I want it and I want it now. It's kind of like a, I'm gonna roll the dice on this because I just have a feeling. You just know certain things. You just know which way to go. You know which way to be. You guys are very, I feel like you guys are very extroverted, very exciting. Like, you are daredevils. You like to do exciting things. Skydiving, bungee jumping, all those things that people like me are like, oh, that's terrifying. Just, I'm afraid of heights. But, yeah, that's the energy I get from you. Like, you guys are just really fun. But it doesn't mean that you're shallow. It means that you are the person, you're the kind of person who literally lives life. You don't ask questions and you don't overanalyze. And it doesn't mean that it hasn't been hard for you. It means that you literally choose to live your life completely because it's what's right for you. Because you've learned that we're just here for a short amount of time, and what's the sense in holding ourselves back and not being true to us? There's no sense in that. We should be our truest self. All right, so let's just get a little bit more information here. We have the Empress, card 48, God, Father, the Generous. The Ace of Wands, the Patient God, card 30, which doesn't surprise me because the Ace of Wands is that energy that, woo, let's go, let's do this. We have the Judgment with 52, God, Hidden in Darkness. And the Queen of Swords, God, the Hope of all the Earth, card 38. So we've got 11, 12, 3, and 7. So 11, 2 3s, and a 7. Some or all of those may be significant for you, but really what I'm seeing here is that you embody the life of being here on Earth. You know that there's these dark aspects of people and things, and you know that there are positive things, and you know it's just, it's like you have the keys to the kingdom, or a book on all the secrets of the universe, and because of it, you just don't take anything seriously. And it's I'm not explaining this very well. I feel like you're kind of like, I hear that all the time, you have no idea. But I do, because I'm looking at this judgment card, and you have the power to just really, you have enough wisdom and knowledge within you that you could absolutely cause destruction everywhere you go. But you don't. You choose not to. You choose to embody something completely different, completely unexpected. You learn patience. Are lilies your favorite flower? Tiger lilies in specific. Tiger lilies. I'm seeing the bright orange, pink, white, mostly the orange tiger lilies. Is there another one? I thought so. There was another one. You guys are the only one where there are 4 of the gates to describe you. And they don't necessarily correlate. But the funny thing is gate 18 and the judgment card are both judgment gates. So you are somebody who is a firm, very good judge of character, but you can veer towards being very opinionated. Hi, welcome to the club. But it's not a bad thing. You're the kind of person who is ready to speak your truth, and you're not going to hold back anymore. Are you somebody who really firmly believes in the institution of marriage? And I don't mean that in the sense of like, I'm never going to get divorced or anything like that mentality. I mean, you really believe in what marriage stands for. You believe in love between 2 people and coming together of 2 people. It's like you can bring people together in a sense of joyfulness. Are some of you guys ordained ministers? I don't know why that came through, but between Empress and the Queen of Swords, that's just what I got. I have gate 34 here, the greatness of creative power. Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, and Libra. Okay. So, gate 34, the challenge that is a part of who you are is do or do not. There is no try. Master Yoda was quite spiritually profound, honestly. When you remain in the state of trying, it is forcing what isn't ready or right. So you've learned that real change and real growth comes through inner strength of healing and embracing your creativity. Strength internally is all about being a creative being. It's embodying being humble while mysterious, creative and subtle, but beautiful and majestic and strong and bold. It's knowing that everything that you do in life is a work of art. Literally everything, from just walking down the street, saying hello to somebody, you have learned that it is creativity in and of itself. Then we have gate 6, the sincerity of pausing in conflict. And I love that it is literally right below the patient God. And it says protection of oneself comes as an urging during an external conflict when you hold the power, or when you hold the belief that power can be held by another over yourself. So you've learned that nobody can hold power over you. And if you think somebody does, it's only because you're allowing it. You're thinking that that's the truth. So you've learned how to alchemize. You've alchemized actions and karma. And in doing so, you have learned how to pause and bring a more joyful light, a more joyful peace. Gate 20, it says sight into light through contemplation. This is literally looking into the depths of the divine feminine within you and understanding that you can sit and contemplate over something, but it doesn't have to torture you. It doesn't have to humiliate you, and you don't have to take what you know and what you see and destroy somebody with it. Gate 18 is rejuvenating the lost to discover anew. It's literally embracing what seems to have been lost, what seems to have been broken, and repairing it. So you know how to see the brokenness. And because you can see the brokenness, you know how to fix it. You know how to heal it. You know how to grow beyond it. But you do it in such a loving and upbeat energy. And I feel like you don't even see that about yourself. This seems to be a collective energy. You just don't see yourself quite so clearly. We have 24 with let it go. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. You know how to let things go. You know how to move forward when there's conflict. You don't have to engage in it. And then you have beyond the ordinary with 45. I told you how amazing you guys are. 41 on the back with a higher view. So you do see things in a way that other people just don't see. You see things in this amazing light. And you know, the funny thing is I'm looking at this higher view and I'm still seeing somebody jumping out of an airplane. Like, I'm impressed. I actually would go skydiving. We have Epona 14 with wise leadership. Sometimes the best leaders are the ones that make us laugh, the ones that make us smile, the ones that dare us, challenge us, but do it in a way that isn't destructive. Like, you're not out on the street saying, well, maybe you should try this drug because this drug is really awesome. No, you're like, maybe you should try something new in your life. Try something that exhilarates you. Try something that sparks something true within you. So we have Caridwen with potential in the card 9. Yeah, see, you see the potential in other people. And it's because you can see their souls. So many people here can see souls, but you don't realize that's what you're seeing. You just see the essence of the person. Some of you may actually see auras. And then we have card 15 with radical acceptance. 88, is 88 significant to you? And Athena with knowledge, 5. See, you guys were the ones that I said, like, you've got all the divine wisdom. Like, you have the keys to the kingdom. You have the book of knowledge. You have it all. And because of it, you have learned how to be this. Freya is, maybe you guys are Wiccans, witches, vulvas, some sort of magical practitioner. But really what this is saying is you know when to move, when not to move. You know what to do and what not to do, but you also know how to let loose, how to have fun, how to dance with life. And that makes you so extraordinary, because most people will get bogged down by all the shit that happens in the world and all the shit that happens in their life. And you guys just don't do that. You guys are able to literally see the whole world from this higher perspective, from this higher view. And when you do that, someone here may have seen an owl yesterday. Whenever you watch this, you may have seen an owl yesterday, because I just heard, I saw an owl yesterday. So you may genuinely have seen an owl yesterday. If you have, this message is for you, and take this as your confirmation. Some of you may be mediums. You may be seeing things out of the corner of your eyes that have caught you off guard, and you're kind of like, what? These are all pieces of what make you you. But the true nature of what makes you you is you know how to... You know how to live. You just know how to live. I don't know how to explain it beyond that. And I feel like you will know what I mean. But you do. You know how to live. you don't sit there and wallow. If somebody doesn't want to hang out with you, you're like, okay, whatever. If somebody doesn't want to be your friend anymore, you're like, okay, whatever. You know how to go with the flow. And it's not that you don't care, like you genuinely care for other people. But you know that everybody has their own journey and this life is meant to be lived, and so there's no sense in holding on to the shit that we hold on to because it just drags you down. It doesn't mean that you can't see the darkness. It doesn't mean that you can't just completely annihilate people, because you can see the lies and the dichotomy and the bullshit. You can see the bullshit. And you could choose to be completely destructive. You could be just a cutting, scathing person if you wanted to be. But instead, what you do is you take what you know and you turn it into something that will help other people while still living fully for yourself. You're very honest, very straightforward. And people get put off by that. They don't like somebody who just makes a decision for themselves and then just does it. This is a lesson that I have been learning my entire life. I've been learning how to be how you are naturally. I feel as though I learn so much from the people that I do readings for, from the people who come to my channel. I feel as though I learn so much from your guys' energy. You remind me so much of me in so many different stages of life, or you show me the potential for my future in life. And I am very appreciative of it. Pile 3, you guys don't ever stop being the adventurers. You remind me of my son Cooper too. Because Cooper, he wants to be a pirate and he wants to sail the 7 seas and he wants to go exploring. And this is, yeah, it's a childish notion, but at the same time, he's a kid. And I don't want to squash that. So we talk about it. We talk, like, we make up stories, and he tells me what he would be for swashbuckling Cooper. And that essence of the world is my oyster and I can discover anything that I want to. I'm going to go off and discover, even if people and adults told you there's nothing left to discover, it's not true. It's like the Truman Show, where he wanted to be an adventurer and a discoverer, and they said, well, there's nothing left to discover, so you might as well stay here. You never lost that essence of, I'm going to find this out. And because of that, you have the potential for literally anything and everything, but you teach others how to be how to live to the fullest potential of who they are. You teach others how to accept things that the most difficult pill to swallow, you teach others to accept it. And I'm talking radical acceptance. Radical acceptance. Radical acceptance is dramatically different than just acceptance, because radical acceptance is quite literally, and it is what it is, come what may, it's going to be this way because I believe it will be this way. I was in therapy a couple of years ago, and I sat down and I talked to this therapist, and I had seen her years prior. So this was like a night and day difference between when she had seen me before and when she saw me again back in 2020. And I talked to her about everything that I had been learning on my spiritual journey, about healing, about mental health, about spiritual health, about spiritual gifts. And I had talked to her about all of my traumas, the way that my ex-husband was horrendously abusive, physically, emotionally, mentally, to the point that there were medical professionals telling me they thought he was sociopathic. There are all these things. And then you couple that with, I was chronically ill for years of my life. I almost died repeatedly. And I don't say that lightly. I had liver failure. I had kidneys that were going into kidney failure. I had kidney damage. I had liver damage. I had bone marrow biopsies looking for cancer. They sent me down to Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, because it's a very well-known medical facility that treats people all over the world. All of these things to find an answer for something, because my body was giving up on me. And yet I sat in her office and I had a smile on my face after years of not smiling. Years of it. And she looked at me and she goes, "You've just radically accepted your life." And I said, "Yes, I have." And that essence is who you are as well. You have radically accepted all the shit that you have waded through, all the pains and anguishes and moments, because you know that it led you exactly into who you are, your truest potential, and it has put you into a leadership role in your life and with others. And that is incredible. That's incredible. Learning when to let go and when to walk away, when to say, okay, this is just enough is enough and I don't need to keep engaging in this activity. That is amazing. Knowing that you are beyond the ordinary but not lording it over everybody else's head, that is amazing. And that is who you are. So pile number 3, I want to say thank you so much. This is awesome. You guys are rock stars. You guys are amazing. You guys are so wow. You're just wow. So I want to say thank you again so much for being here. Sorry, I hit the microphone. I want to say thank you to your guides, to my guides. Thank you to Spirit. Thank you for facilitating this connection. Thank you for me being here to bring these messages forth, to help others, to empower others, and to help them hear your voice and feel your love. Pile number 3, if this video resonated, please hit the like button, share it out, comment down in the comments below. Let me know. What is it that you are being the leader for in your life? I would love to know. Don't forget to hit the subscription button and the little notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you check the description box, you will find links to my books, including my newest one, Something Spiritually Catchy, which is now available in hardcover and paperback on Amazon. And it is literally about not taking other people's bullshit on the spiritual journey. So I do get that, and I think that you guys would love it. It would be a great read for you. So make sure you go down and check that link out, check the book out. Also, there are links to my program, Breaking Boundaries, Finding Freedom, with a 50% off discount code for you. So go ahead and check that out. And if you are feeling as though you would like to donate to the channel, which is never expected, but always fills me with gratitude, the links are down in the description box. And I do want to say thank you to everyone who has been donating and who has donated in the past, people who do this continually, because you guys are rock stars and I love you guys all. If you donate and you would like a personal shout out on my channel, let me know. I would be more than happy to do so. All right, pile 3 is go jump out of a plane or something. Let me know how you're doing. I love you guys. Bye.